It's your girl Jazzy K with Super Tight TV. We want to thank everyone that's been watching. Hey, if you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, also press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
You're not tuned into something super tight. Puffin' something sticky, nigga, I roll through the light. Need to hear something real just to get me through the night. I'm looking for them jackets cause I know they looking shite. Know I'ma get some game, tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get it all up from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.
Already, baby, what it do? It's your big dog, Bobo Luciano. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in to Super Tight TV. We back, up your back, going smack, smack, smack. You know how we like it. I hope you like it like I like it. You know what I'm talking about?
Pretty rough.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Smack, yeah. Smack, smack.
That's better.
Like that?
That was.
Oh, no, but stop. Anyway, I got my sexy ass, gorgeous, beautiful wife.
It's your girl Jazzy K
in the building. Man, today I got a bucket list. Got another one of my family members that I slid through, and man, it's a beautiful night. I like it like this.
Holiday.
This is one we've been trying to get in, and when he sent me a text, he said, man, this must gonna be a classic. So we preparing for a classic. You know what I'm talking about? And I think I'm ready. Hope you ready, baby.
I've been ready.
All right.
I stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready.
I heard that. Well, say I got a gentleman here that is a multi-platinum producer, super producer, author, filmmaker now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I mean that. So many hats, so many irons in the fire. Man. You know, God. Let's just say he is one of the sounds of the South. Is that fair?
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
You can say that.
But their sound has transcended past just the South.
Without a doubt.
Man, because you sure been on that West Coast. We're going to talk about it all. I got the world famous super producer, Mr. Lee is in the house.
Mr. Lee in the building.
Hey. Come on, man. Come on. How you doing, bro? I sound like
cooler,
I sound like he's a Leo, didn't I?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Looking at
I heard his Lee gonna be in the next film.
Oh yeah, we doing something.
You got him. Oh, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Man, we gotta stick together.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
So I'm gonna let my wife get it started, brother.
All right,
Mr. Lee. Everybody should know, but
they don't know.
Of course, exactly. That's why we're here. We're trying to educate the masses. Tell everybody where you're from.
Well, I'm originally from Pineville, Louisiana. My career started in Houston. Mr. Lee was born in Houston. Leroy Williams was born in Pineville, Louisiana.
All right.
Pineville, Louisiana.
Yeah, right. It's right in the center of Louisiana.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What's the closest town that I may have heard of?
Alexandria, Lake Charles, Shreveport.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know about Lake Charles.
So what age did you migrate?
I migrated to Houston when I was 22.
Ooh.
Yeah. Young man.
Young man, okay.
Family was down there, or you just went out there on a whim?
Hey, man, it was a whim, really. Yeah.
You know that music was down there, didn't you?
You know what? I was forced to do that. I was on a run. So, yeah.
Can you talk about
it? He ain't here.
Okay. We still running or we up?
On the hood.
Okay.
We got a fugitive.
Hey, man, I was a fugitive making hits for years.
Ooh. You didn't have to go sit down, did you?
Oh, no.
You just took care of it.
Yeah, I mean, once I did everything and I had people like Willie Nelson, the Jamel family from Houston, everybody that was backing me. So by the time I got caught up, I had did so many good things.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was like, man, we can't put this dude in jail.
Yeah. It'd be a tragedy to do something like that.
Yeah.
Now, somebody like O.J. Simpson, get your ass behind them boys, boy.
Yeah.
You know what's up, man? Yeah, because he's dead.
Well,
what? Anyway, go ahead, baby.
Let's not. No. You made me forget what I was going to ask him now. Oh, yes, I do remember. What was that?
I think you're going to have some word, how
No.
family
No,
life.
I was about to ask, what was you on the run for?
Can
you talk?
The regular shit, selling drugs.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hustling, trying to do something that I shouldn't been doing. You know what I mean? But
Young
God
man.
always have a path for us to take, so we
Amen.
can see exactly where we need to be. So you know what I mean? That was all meant for me to go through.
That's true.
That was a time in a lot of people's lives back in the. I would assume that was 90s or 80s.
Yeah, it was late
80s?
95.
95. Oh, mid 90s.
I mean, literally, as soon as I got to Houston, I got discovered and I became a producer like within months.
Who
So
discovered
you
you?
moved, yeah, was that
Big Chief from Rap-A-Lot discovered me.
Big Chief.
Big Chief.
Shout out my brother Big Chief.
Yeah,
Oh man,
that's my OG.
that's a real one right there.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I've been around Big Chief since 1989.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean he been down since the beginning.
solid,
Yeah, man. When you think of Jay Prince, then it's Big Chief.
without a doubt.
Is that about the picking order?
That's what it is.
I thought so.
So you move in from Louisiana. You're in Houston. Paint the picture. Get there and then
I mean, it was when I got to Houston, it was either jail or do something. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have no choices. You know, so I used what I had. The second best thing I can do was make music.
And when did you start making music?
Like literally months after I got to Houston, that's when I started being a producer. But I had been playing piano since I was 9.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
there we go.
Yeah, I was in church. You know what I'm saying? So I was one of them that went astray looking ass.
You were no PK, was you?
Nah, but I was close.
Close
My
to
dad's-
it?
My dad's like the second in command at our church. So,
Ooh,
it's
not the
kinda-
armor
Well,
girl.
it don't say you won't go astray. It
Yeah.
just says
He did go astray.
I hope you'll come back.
Come
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of people
If it's
stray.
in you, you'll come back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We'll come back to the Lord, baby.
Okay, so playing piano.
So playing piano got you to. When did you buy your first drum machine?
When I got to Rap-A-Lot, I didn't even know what a drum machine was, bro.
So stop it.
He said 2 months after coming.
No,
in.
but it's not registering to me. He said Big Chief discovered you, right?
Yep.
Before the drum machine.
Bro, I was making beats at the Guitar Center on the ASR 10. Then I met this guy named Lakewood, and he had the ASR 10. So I went on the north side, and we used to make tracks out on this dude's porch.
Okay.
And Big Chief had a record store like a half a mile from this cat's house, and his homie used to work there. So that's how I got discovered.
Oh, there
So
you
were
go.
you just in there practicing?
Just
Or
in there, just trying
messing
to
around?
just trying
No.
to get to it. Really.
Now, people go to Guitar Center to
Yeah.
make beats.
Yeah, I didn't have the money to buy it, so you know what I mean. I was making beats over there so much they was like, "Hey man, if you're not buying something,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what
You
I'm
got to get up
saying.
out of
I'm
here.
telling you. So
Oh, yeah.
okay.
yeah,
Sampling the equipment. I got
yeah."
Yeah, sampling and
I
living
had
in it.
disc, I came in there with my disc and everything. I was getting it in.
I heard people used to do that, bro.
I had the floppies, Jack.
Man, I heard of somebody that used to do that.
yeah,
You the first person
real
I
talk.
met
I'm telling
that
you,
really went in there with his floppies and
went
made
in
some
there,
tracks.
went in there.
Wow. Hey, well, and you used to make your tracks on the ASR.
SR10, that's what I used to work on.
Wow. And then, yeah, I mean, they got some okay drums. Then you discovered the MPC.
I went to the little small Boss drum machine, and then the next drum machine was the R8, the Roland, the same drum machine Pimp used.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
The
that was
Rolling
that was
R.
one
That's
of
why
the-
y'all missed.
Yep.
That fool knew you knew how to work that R8. He was
Yeah. He can hear it though. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That dude was different.
Yeah.
Way different. That boy
Yes,
said he
sir.
could hear it.
He can hear it.
Man. Well, I can tell you a story about I'll tell you off the air. But yeah, he can hear it.
Yeah, he can hear it.
Really could hear it. I don't know what was up with that guy, man. Anyway. Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At such a young age.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was different, bro.
Facts.
Different. So, working at Rap-A-Lot. This is doing, you say 95? I'm trying to think. Was it the Homies album that was coming out? Or
That was one of the albums that I did. I had 13 songs on there. You know what I'm saying? And the Pussy, Weed, and Alcohol with the Fifth Ward Boys, right around in that area.
say, man, you running too fast. Yeah, I'm supposed to ask you all these questions.
Yeah.
So you can't just skirt over that. You hear him, baby?
Mm-hmm.
He did Pussy, Weed, and Alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a major. Do you know that song? Do you know that song?
Go pull it up right
Ooh,
now.
man.
I failed as a parent.
Man, I'm telling you right now.
Right now.
I don't want my kids to pull it up, but I'm gonna tell you right now that is one of these songs.
Yeah.
That is like
I
No.
guarantee
No,
you,
no,
I
no.
was done already pulled it up.
you what?
They already know about it.
Who has?
I was.
Our kids. Oh, because you played it for them. Oh, okay.
Not the little one. She don't know.
Oh, okay.
The other ones, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's one of those songs in from H-Town to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a special song, and still to this day.
I mean, when you get people like Wayne quoting a line out of the song, you know.
Yes. What line did he quote, sir?
I forgot which one it was. It was an E-Rock line. I forgot exactly what the words were, but he quoted it.
Man, that's their biggest song.
Yeah.
Woo, by far.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was, like I said, that's one of them songs you can put on today, and it's still gonna rock in the club. Three Kings.
Yep.
Tell me about Three Kings.
Three Kings was a Betty Wright sample. I was working with Slim Thug. We was doing like 5 or 10 songs a day at that time. You know what I mean? So that was just a record that we was in the studio vibing to. You know what I mean? So it was good. You know, we worked all night, 4 o'clock in the morning, we working. So
how is it working with Slim Thug in the studio? Is he quick?
Yeah, he quick, man, but you know, you got to be on guard messing with Slim Thug.
What you mean?
Slim is a practical joker, man. This dude would talk about your ass all night.
He's like they say.
He gonna cry in the car.
We had the no homo thing going on back then.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if you said something, he would, oh, man, God, what you said? You know what I mean? It was always some shit like that with Slim, man. It was like, if you ain't had your guards up, you're going to get talked about. Something's going to happen.
From the north side, baby.
Yeah.
So Three Kings, that was Slim Thug, excuse me, Bun B and T.I.
Yep.
Man, classic song.
Yeah.
Man, with a nice visual as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have done some of my favorites. When I first got that the Bun B album,
Mm-hmm.
the first one, the Trill album?
Yeah.
Trill album. I'm about to say Trilogy. And you know, everybody had their regular songs that they loved, especially Get Throwed.
Yeah.
I know you did Get Throwed. We're gonna talk about that. But that pushing.
That push was hard.
Pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about Keep on Pushing, bro.
Man, Keep on Pushing was just one of them records. You know what I mean? I was doing that record. I had made the beat at my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm a student of the music.
Yes.
So Curtis Mayfield is one of the guys that I study. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I came across that sample, and they were just like, man, let me do this. I was so confident about that record. When I met Bun to play it for him, I used to walk around with a briefcase.
Yeah.
With all of my music and stuff.
Just in case. I know that's
and bro,
right.
I was ready, man. And he heard it. And that was the end.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? He went in on it.
Boy.
Yeah.
That's one of them songs that will make you drive fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have you ever had a song that'll make you drive fast?
It'll motivate you for real.
That is one of them songs that'll have you feeling like, keep on pushing. You next thing you know, you going 70, 80 miles an hour, 90 miles. Like, damn, man, let me slow my ass down. I remember vividly when that album came out.
Yep.
How that song made me feel. Talk about Get Throwed.
Get Throwed.
Oh my God.
Get Throwed was a record that was recorded in like 1992. And I revamped that record like in 2002.
Who did you record it with?
I didn't record it with nobody. I just got the vocals was on a rolling recorder.
Oh.
So they were old. You know what I'm saying?
vocals of who?
Of Bun and Pimp. They were already recorded years ago before I got them.
That's wait, stop. From what? From whatever?
I think it was like 92.
I was around.
And if you had heard it, it had that 90s type of feel to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. People flowing different on that.
Yeah. If you can hear it when you hear the version of it, if you now that you
I would go back and listen
hear
to it.
Yeah. So I decided to just do something different. I was really starting to make tracks with a computer then. You know what I'm saying? So I had the options of going in and doing rock guitars and different stuff like that on my own.
Yeah.
So I kind of just transcended the sound and came up with something different with Get Throw. Get Throw was like a barrier breaking record for me because I was able to stand out with something that came from me. It was my vibe. I didn't just go straight into no UGK type vibe. I just made something else. You know what I'm saying? And then it ended up being a classic.
A classic. To this day.
Yeah.
That's got to be, I'm trying to think of what would Bun's biggest song be. It's got to be that one.
I mean, yeah, it's up there.
As far as his solo songs?
Yeah, it's got to be. You're everything too, though.
Yeah, you're everything.
Yeah.
Not that Pimp CP, a trill nigga.
Yeah.
Polo, fuck that heel finger. Make myself a ghetto star on the slabs. Man.
Yep. That's it.
That boy there. And then Bun with the slapping them face with a pile of mo, cause a nigga get thrown.
Yes,
And
sir.
they didn't rap like that anymore. Now that you say that, I can feel that, because they was rapping a different style. And Chad came out, of course, rapping his new style from out the penitentiary, and so then I'm getting nostalgic up here about that.
So I have a question.
Go ahead.
So being that, I'm gonna say, I mean, of course you played piano, but you said you got here and you kind of just fell into the making beats, being a producer. How did your style evolve over time with your learning different?
I had to start simplifying it. You know what I mean? When you play music in church, you all over the place. You playing,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're a producer, you have to scale all of that back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to simplify my music so that people could rap and sing over it.
You try to use up all 32 tracks. Huh?
Yeah. You know, I'm in there just playing. I'm soloing and everything.
Ooh, this nigga little.
So you have to learn how to scale back. So I learned that really quick though. I was working around legends though. I mean, Mike Dean, no Joe. John Beto was the first person that
Shout out John Beto.
really cultivated me and taught me how to scale it back. You know what I'm saying? I started getting polished around Mike Dean and Eno Joe.
Yes. So being around the Rap-A-Lot posse, the Rap-A-Lot family, we're not gonna call them anything but family, okay?
Yeah.
Talk about that experience.
I mean, it was good. I felt right into the mode. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like, man, you know, when you come from where I came from, being on the run, being in the streets in Louisiana and all of that, I was already accustomed to being around stiff people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rap-A-Lot, they stiff people. You know what I mean? When I say stiff, they stand behind you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They have rules and regulations that they stand on.
Yes.
So I was able to mature a lot faster when I got to Rap-A-Lot.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you talking about a guy that was walking, and then within like 6 months, I was in a 600 Mercedes Benz.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So
you got nothing negative to say about Jaye Prince.
I would never.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even if I did, as a man, if I had something negative to say about dude, I'm gonna say it to him.
Exactly.
I'm gonna talk
That
to him
part.
about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never discredit that dude or ever in life. I don't care what the situation is, because without them taking me in, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have a legacy. I wouldn't have nothing to pass to my children without Rap-A-Lot saying, hey man, we're finna give you a chance. They didn't have to. Big Chief didn't have to fuck with me not one time. You know what I'm saying? So
That's real.
you know what I mean? I can't never forget where the roots came from and who gave me that opportunity. Because I got a lot of doors slammed in my face, and I got laughed at too.
Wow.
But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, them laughs
Keep on pushing. You just
was
kept
a
on
wrap.
pushing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So being around Jaye Prince, I know Jay can be motivational at times. You know, he can, say some real motivational things. Do you recall any advice he gave you throughout the years that really stuck out and stuck with you?
I mean, it wasn't really the advice. It was the leading by example. You know,
Okay.
when you see a nigga that got multi-million dollars and stay up all night trying to figure out how to make some more, it make you want to make some. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you, boy, it ain't no worse than, I was saying this the other day, you should never let your boss outwork you.
Nah.
I mean, if my boss outwork, I'm right there with him. When he decide to go sleep, I'm gonna go sleep. When he leave, then I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
It's one of them type. And that's how I came up. In
I mean,
the game.
that's
At
how it
least
is.
not while he awake.
Yeah, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. I remember when Jay used to always see me. Every time he see me, I was in the studio working. So one particular time, he came to a party that Mike Jones was having.
Yeah.
And Mike Jones stayed around the corner from me. So he had pulled up on me after the party. And when he came to my house, he was like, God damn, Lee. Damn, man, you been getting it in. You know what I mean? He didn't know I was getting it in that much. You know what I'm saying? But, dude, I went from a one-bedroom apartment to a mansion. You know what I'm saying?
Because you worked your way there, buddy.
Yeah, but I got the opportunity from another black man to do what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you get what you put in.
Now, let me ask you this. You was a young man. What are some of the advice you can give? Because it is a lot of young people out here, going from nothing to something real quick.
Oh,
How do you
manage?
Yeah, balance it.
It's hard. You know what I mean? If I can go back, I tell my young self a lot of things. But we do a lot of things because it's a lack of education. We don't have the knowledge. That's why I became an author,
Yes.
because I wanted to give somebody something to go by. You know what I mean, and be able to reference.
Exactly.
Because we're not educated to begin to start a path of wealth for our family and our children. It's about us right now. You know what I mean?
right.
It's feasible and more reasonable for a person to spend $70,000-$80,000 on jewelry
Yes.
and a 50-60 ball on a car
Yes.
and don't have no house or don't have any residual income
No stocks.
with that. You know what I'm saying? So
Investments.
What's the craziest thing you think you blew your money on?
jewelry. I used to spend $25,000 plus a week.
For how many weeks?
Like for months, I was doing this shit. I had Breitlands, Rolex. I had a big ass 6-carat pinky ring, all type of crazy shit. Buying cars, $10,000 rims,
Yeah.
just stupid shit.
You was
know
in
what
your
I'm saying?
20s, huh?
Yeah, and I didn't know better. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm just blessed. You know what I'm saying? Because I was able to fix that and see the difference. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm on some other shit. That's why you see an author, you see a movie producer, you see a music producer, and a whole bunch of other things that I do.
So let's talk about your book.
My book, Giving the Biz, is basically a path of my success and failures and giving a roadmap for people to understand how to start their business from the beginning to the end.
Oh, wow.
Giving the game.
Yeah, I got every contract that I ever used and signed in this book.
That's wild.
So is it music industry geared? Is it? Oh, y'all hear that?
Yep, it's about $100,000 worth of contracts in this book.
You said something that was crazy, though.
What?
You said giving the game. He's selling the game.
I mean, I'm just saying. Actually, no. I mean, you can't pay.
Nah.
Like
it's invaluable.
Yeah. I mean,
feel
the price of the book.
Yeah.
What you getting into? Come on now.
How can they get that book?
Right now, they can go and pre-order it on Amazon or Barnes & Nobles. It's coming out on the 24th.
Okay.
I am taking orders for hard copies, for autographed copies. Once everybody get all of the hard copies that they pre-ordered, then I'm going to start selling hard copies.
So tell them what they can look forward to in the book. Besides the contracts. What
this book has
what's in
all
it
of
that you wish you knew?
all of the info on how to set up your business,
Okay.
how to not have businesses in your personal name, how to incorporate your name and own it,
Yes.
and not allow somebody to own all the rights to your name and your likeness without you understanding that's what you're giving away.
It's real.
You know what I'm saying? It's teaching you about the ownership of masters, the importance of publishing,
That's real.
all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot in this book.
Okay.
You gonna buy one? Look, he already about to buy one.
You looking like, man.
Yes, and I advise young people or artists out here now, like this is a valuable reference.
Yes.
Because this is where most businesses, I mean, and whether you believe it or not, your art is a business.
Yes.
This is where it fails.
Yeah.
Like at the business level.
For
It's
real.
like you a dope artist, you got the lyrics, but the
Got the look.
business. Yeah, the business.
The talent
part.
is not. The talent is the smallest piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Business is the most essential piece, and it's the most impersonal piece. A lot of people, you have a lot of stories about people. Man, I got fucked. This dude did this to me. He didn't, but you signed the paperwork without knowing what you were signing.
Do you see now that you spent quite a bit of time here in Dallas? Do you think that's one of our downfalls? The lack of the knowledge of the business.
It's definitely the lack of the knowledge of the business.
Yeah.
And and I think that a lot of people miss the important pieces of having a structure that gets you where you need to be at.
Yeah.
And then you break that structure up because you feel like you need to entertain your punch list.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if a guy that you came up with made a hit with you and got you where you are and you were able to get in a position to make money, that's not the time that you veer off from that person.
That's real.
That's the time you start building.
You ain't lying. It's time
Why
to
would
buckle
you-
down and double down.
I mean, if you're going to invest in somebody, invest into somebody that you can call every day.
Yes.
Once you invest into the guy on your punch list and it's not successful or the relationship fades out,
Yes.
they're gone
Yeah.
with your money and your
Yes.
time.
Yes.
But that guy that was there from day one will still be there. Nurture that so he can open up other doors or she can open up other doors that you can't open up when the time comes, because it's going to come.
What's wrong with our people, man?
We don't have
right there.
we don't have that knowledge. We are caught
All-
up. We're
all
caught
the
up.
patience.
We're caught up more to entertaining our peers than we are entertaining the people that actually buy our records.
That's real. That's real.
That's what's wrong with it.
Man.
I said it today. Everybody, if you look at this industry, if one popular guy says something in a slang in a certain type of way,
Yes.
everybody started saying it.
Just like
Pimp
that.
C used to say, "Hey man, say man."
Yes.
That's all you hear now. Hey man, say
Oh,
man.
church.
You know what it is? Y'all know
Church.
what the fuck going on? No, I don't.
Yeah, I hear so many people say church now.
All of that. You know what I mean? But nobody's an individual. But when you find the individuals,
No, for real.
they're the ones that succeed the highest.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? The people that follow
Trendsetters.
the trends, they fade out. It's like if you go back and you take the music from back in the day and you take a Chubby Checker, you take a James Brown.
Yeah.
James Brown is still lit today. Chubby Checker, ain't nobody listening to Chubby Checker today.
Not at all.
Nah, because
Not
that was
at
a
all.
trend back in the day.
It was just trendy.
Nobody worrying about doing no twists or none of that shit. But you can go back and listen to
James
James Brown or Ray Charles or
Yes.
Smoke, you know what I mean, Sam Cooke.
The trendsetters.
All of them. Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Man. So let's switch gears because we like to jump around. We talked about Jay Prince. How is it working with one of my, I say, top 3 artists in the world, Mr. Scarface?
It's beautiful. I mean, he groomed me as a producer too. He demanded greatness from me. You know
Talk
what I mean?
about it.
He would not allow me to be mediocre. He wouldn't allow me to be good. If it wasn't great, he wasn't accepting it. You know what I'm saying? And then when you had a person that can just jump on the keyboard and do what you do, then, you know what I mean, you got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a perfectionist and he helped groom me to be who I am now. You know what I mean? He was a big influential piece to me being Mr. Lee.
Yeah. Scarface what was the first project that you worked on when you got the rapper? Like, was it that Ghetto Boys album?
Nah, it was Too Much Trouble.
Too low?
Too much trouble, man.
For Too Low?
Yeah.
Really?
Too much trouble, man. That's the first project I worked on officially when I got the Rap-A-Lot. Then it was Usual Suspects with the Fifth Ward Boys.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was My Homies with Scarface.
My Homies.
Yeah.
Man, that was an album right there, bro.
Yeah.
Double CD.
Yes, sir.
Man, everybody was on there. Ooh, that's when he introduced Face Mob.
Yeah.
Yes, Devin joined the Face Mob. I
Yep.
can't think of the other dude's name, but yes, there's that whole CD. Double CD was jamming.
I had 13 songs on that album.
Who did the song with God, it was 2 different versions of it, but it had the Pac and the Master P on it.
The original version was, Joe, and then I did a version of it. Yeah.
The one that was playing on the radio, not the one that was on the album.
The one that was on the radio was Joe.
Okay. The one that was on the album was yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you made the cut.
Yeah.
That's real. So let's go to the West Coast. Let's talk about Nipsey.
Mm-hmm.
How did you meet Nipsey Hussle?
Nipsey was a fan of the music. You know what I mean? I met Nipsey Hussle. He did a mixtape record to Gotta Be a G that I did for Kiki. And that's how.
What year
we
was
met.
that you met him?
It was like early 06
Yeah.
when I met him. Yeah.
Man, I met him one time. We were together. He was a cool dude.
Yeah. Solid.
And it seemed like he was trying to get that Texas sound, wasn't he?
That's where it started at. I mean, when me and him plugged in, that's what it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, he was trying to get me to introduce him to B-Lo, and I was like, well, this is B-Lo right here. And yeah, it was because we was at a concert game at the what were we at, baby? House of Blues. That was a nice show, but yeah, he was backstage, and yeah, a couple of people introduced me to him and him to me. It was, like I say, he was just a down there brother at that time.
Yeah.
I think he was signed to a major label back then.
Yeah. He was signed to Epic.
Epic, yes.
So which song was it that he had?
On which one?
Produce a song together?
I did Blue Laces 1 and 2.
He did 2 albums. Is that a song?
That's a song.
Blue Laces 1 and 2. Okay.
Yeah. And then we did a lot of other songs too. I did like about 10 songs with him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So I was talking to our brother today, Mr. DJ Beto. You know, he sent me a text. You know, he likes sending out picture text while you're on the phone.
Shout out, Beto.
I got a shout out to my man Beto, but Rap Niggas is now certified platinum.
Yeah.
As of the 15th. So as of 3 days ago, platinum.
Yeah.
Hey.
So he's got the platinum album plaque. He's got the gold plaque of Rap Niggas. Now he's got the platinum plaque.
Right.
Ooh, well, he's about to get it.
Yeah. Blue Laces 2 was platinum a day before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got a plaque coming. Another plaque coming
And,
as well.
and Victory Lap is double platinum. So
That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said that album is now double platinum.
yeah.
And it's going to keep going.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, baby. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I was gonna say the movie. What's the movie?
We're doing a TV show, kind of like a mixture of Power and Empire.
Ooh.
And it's about a producer on the run making music. That's me.
Yes.
And we're calling it PWA. We're still working on the acronym of what it means, but that's the name of the TV show that we're doing.
Okay, so
Power.
a series. And where is it gonna be airing?
Well, we're gonna do a pilot to it here in the next like 2 or 3 weeks, and then we're gonna shoot it. We got a couple of people that's looking at it right now, networks that's trying to
Let us know.
talk to us about it.
I just saw now I get these texts on my phone. Did you hear that they're building a $70 million movie facility in Mansfield, Texas?
Yeah.
To employ 2,000 people.
Yes, sir.
That's got to be huge.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
That's going to be Tyler Perry-ish.
Yeah, I got to be over there.
That's going to be good. So you already knew about
Oh,
it.
man, I'm there, bro. I'm trying to eat, Jack. You know what I mean?
Man. So,
Swimwear.
you know, I got a question I've been wanting to ask you. I told Beto I was going to ask you this question. Why is it? Matter of fact, let's just talk about this. You might not even want to talk about it. Scarface songs.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Jane
Mm-hmm.
and Smile. Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
You did one that you didn't get credit for?
I ain't gonna necessarily say that I didn't get credit for it. I was just coming into the game,
Yes.
and one of the songs that I did was Sex Faces.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? When you just coming in off the streets,
Yes.
this dude's got to get paid. You know what I mean? That what happened is
Yeah,
the credits were put at the bottom of the album, not under the songs.
Yes.
Kinda. I think that was the last time that happened, and I didn't get mentioned in the magazines when I did the My Homie stuff. But you know what I mean? That was part of the plan. That was part of the path I was supposed to be on.
Oh, yeah, I understand
You know,
that
so
in
I don't-
hindsight, but you
yeah.
felt some kind of way when
Oh,
you...
I was, you know, it made me go harder.
Okay.
That's all it did. It motivated me to say, you know what? I'm getting ready to be seen. Somebody gonna see what I'm doing in here.
So this is the question. Why do you think situations like that happen? Because you hear about the Dr. Dre situations. Just talked about your situation. I've heard that a couple times where jamming producers come in and give their heart on the song and their life on the song, and the person with the name would take the song.
Well, I mean, you know what it is for me? It's a lack of knowledge.
For lack of knowledge.
A lot of people think, especially when you see a nigga like Scarface,
Yes.
and you see Scarface put his name on the track and say he
Yes.
produced it, he arranged it,
Yes.
he had input on how the beat's supposed to be.
Yes.
He did all of that shit, whether he touched the key or not. That's what he was doing. So that's production. That when you sit and you just make a beat and you ain't putting a song together,
Yes.
you're a beat maker.
What do you call Puffy?
Puffy is a producer.
Is he really?
Real talk.
So he's got skills enough to go out there and I want this here. I want that guitar riff here. I want that bass line.
Yes, sir. That's what Rick Rubin do. Rick Rubin is one of the greatest producers alive. He don't touch
And
no
don't push
keys.
no buttons.
No. He can't mix himself out of paper bag.
Wow.
But he's a genius though.
A genius.
Put a little bell
99
right there.
problems and my bitch ain't one.
Yeah, and he ain't had to touch a keyboard. Nothing.
That's the kind of job I need to be.
Who else? Somebody
I
else
can do
used to
that.
do that. That was Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Well, Quincy Jones could touch it too,
Yeah.
though.
They musical genius. I mean, when you look at Scarface and you see dude on the stage with a guitar,
Yes. That's just
he about that business though. He
Yeah,
used
I
to
heard-
play the guitar backwards, dude. Like he used to have a right hand guitar playing it left handed.
That's what Warren Lee came and told us.
Do you
telling you.
think producers that actually played instruments and learned read music make better producers, or is it just It just varies.
That's not true. That's not. I mean, you could be the best musician.
That's what I'm asking.
You could be the best musician in the world,
Yes.
and still don't make good records. If you don't know how to produce a record and come up with hooks and melodies and stuff like that, and know where they placing them at, where it's going, then
No, I'm saying, do you think the producers that play instruments
make better producers.
make better producers?
No.
Then
that's not.
Because some of them that don't
It's the full picture.
Yes.
I could play anything, but if you remember at the beginning of this conversation, I said I had to dumb it down though.
right.
When you say a record like Get Throat, I produced Get Throat. Get Throat was not what it was until I put my hands on it. It wasn't a classic. That was a throwaway record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I produced that record. It made it what it is today.
So let me ask you a question. You got the vocals and then produced around the vocals?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you're saying.
Exactly.
Already.
That record was so different and so new. Bun didn't really like it at the beginning, and I can understand why he didn't like it because it took him out of a box of something that he never been on. So he looking at that shit like, man, this shit kind of weird. This rock guitar shit going on. What's going on? You know what I mean? Live drum shit's going all through this shit. What's up? You know what I'm saying? But that's
classic.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Ended up being a classic.
The
Yeah.
vision is for the visionary.
Yeah.
But you know that, like you said, that's what a producer would do.
Yeah.
As out of a beat maker.
Exactly.
He's gonna produce the song, take you out your comfort zone,
Yeah.
make you do something. Nigga, rap it like this.
Dude, I rapped the hook on one of the Scarface records before. I'm on on his album, on The Last of the Dying Breed. I'm rapping on one of the songs.
Wow. What song?
It's a song called Gangsta Shit. I did the hook. I wrote the hook. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he expected from me as a producer. He molded me to make sure that I was a producer, not somebody sitting there around being a beat maker.
Right.
Because if I wasn't putting any input into the records, then he'd make me leave out of the studio. He'd be like, man, if you're not gonna work, get out the studio. What are you in it for?
That's real.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
But those are real rappers too.
Yeah.
When they can just go into a studio all day and just come out with 4-5 songs every day, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a passion for that.
You had to earn them credits. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no just give me the hey, I made this beat, that's mine, this what. No, you had to earn them credits.
I feel you now.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Now, you did another another humongous beat because most of your beats are theatrical sounding. Look Me in My Eye. What was on your mind that day?
It was this artist named Triple J from Miami, and we were friends, and I was working on some of his projects, and I got that melody to do that beat from a rap that he was rapping to me. And that's how that whole melody of that track came.
Did he ever hear that beat?
Yeah. Yeah, he knew exactly where it came from. You know what I mean? I played it for him, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's it. I was influenced
By that.
by his lyrical pattern that he had.
Or
and
the
that's
cadence.
what it did.
So did he want to rap on it later?
I mean, he probably would have.
But by the time he heard the face was...
Yeah, it was already done.
Oh. Yeah, that's one of the biggest beats I done heard. Man.
He got an award for that. For I think it was a BT award or something, a Source Award or something like that.
For Look Me in My Eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a special beat right there, buddy.
Yeah.
How many platinum plaques you got now?
Today, counting everything, it's about 33.
That's a hell of a career.
Yeah.
Man.
For somebody that started, who came down on a whim.
Yeah.
Running from the law.
Yes, sir.
That ain't nothing but God.
All the time.
Absolutely.
Every time, bro.
That ain't nothing but God. I mean, because you didn't come down here to be a music. You wasn't seeking that out, were you?
No.
So you was going up to Guitar Center, playing on the ASRT and making beats, and it led to
33.
33 platinum tracks from playing on the keyboard in Guitar Center.
Yep.
That ain't nothing but God.
That's all it is. I can't give it to nobody else.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. I love stories like that.
Absolutely.
So, back in California, you've been there a number of times. How was it working with Nipsey?
Man, it was a great feeling, man. The first time I met Nip, it was funny as hell because Nip looked like a small version of Snoop. He was like a baby Snoop.
Bro,
they had them down braids.
Yeah, I remember.
Man, when I saw this nigga, I bust out laughing. I said, nigga, you look just like Snoop. He laughed his ass off.
Because I guarantee you heard that.
Yeah, you hear it all the time.
Yeah.
And then when I got to New York, I stayed in New York for like 7 days, man. We didn't record not one record.
Why? What y'all doing?
I messed around with the beats, the Blue Laces record, the first Blue Laces record was really a beat that I made for Slim Thug. And they ended up doing a record to it too. You know what I'm saying? But that's where it started at.
Yeah.
And we became friends. We hit it off right then and there. We stayed in a townhome in New York for like 6 days. And about a month or so later, he sent me the Blue Laces, the first Blue Laces record, man. It was crazy.
Wow.
And we were just inseparable ever since, you know what I'm saying? The whole time, you know what I mean? We just stayed in tune with each other. And every time he came out here, he made sure that we seen each other, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's what type of relationship we had. He started, you know, developing to me calling him nephew. He called me uncle.
Yeah.
You know, we would talk about it, just different things, giving him advice about different things.
Already.
We'd talk about more than just music. We was like family, you know, we were like blood.
So let's talk about, we're going to do this twice. What I'm about to do, this is the first time. Because we're talking about two greats.
Yeah.
Okay. The phone call. That was on a Sunday. You got that phone call saying that he had been killed. Matter of fact, it was, he got shot. Then we later found out he had got killed.
Yeah.
You remember? I know you do, but tell us where you were.
I was working with one of my homies, Stack. He had came out my crib, him and his girl. And we was working, and you know, I always keep my phone on, so I seen this message come up on my phone. It's from TMZ, saying that he had got shot like 5 times. I'm like, man, what's going on with this? You know what I mean? We reading, and then I called LA. I called my homies in LA, and I asked them what was going on. They was like, man, it's not good. And then about like 2 minutes later, I got another phone call, and they said he was dead. Bro, I was destroyed.
I bet.
You know what I mean? It's hard for me to talk about the situation because I don't think people really understand what this was. This was not a nigga that I was just making music with. This nigga was like my family.
Nephew and uncle.
Bro, Friday before he got killed, his lawyers had got in touch with me and they were telling me that I was not getting any publishing on Blue Laces 2 because the sample took 50% of the publishing, and the contract I signed said if in fact that happened, I did not get any publishing. But what everybody didn't know is that Nipsey found out about that as soon as it happened. And he told me, he said, man, the sample took 50% of the publishing, so I'm gonna give you half of my 50%.
That's real.
So it was some discrepancies going on with the royalty rates and the publishing rights and all of this stuff. It was people listed on my shit that shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that shit, and I mean what I say.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? And when I looked at it and I was like, yo, what is these niggas doing on my song like this? We're getting percentages of my shit and this is my record. What are you talking about? And he's like, well, you're not getting any publishing anyway. The sample took this and that, so I don't know why you having this discussion about it. I put Nip in, and Steve Careless came in on this conversation, which is Nip's manager at the time, and they nipped that shit in the bud in 2 minutes. And it was set Friday. Up, and that Friday, that Sunday, he died. And then 2-3 weeks after that, I got a publishing deal for those records.
Because they had already put it in motion.
Yeah.
That's fam.
And nobody else that I've worked with in my entire career has been more solid than that. Because they would just say, you know what, this is what the paperwork says.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. That dude was not going to allow that type of shit to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? So I can't ever forget what he was to me. It was more than just making records.
Wow.
The second one, but we're not going to go there yet. Let's talk about the day you met Mr. Chad Lamont Butler.
I met him doing the My Homies album.
Okay.
I did the Too Real record that he was on.
Oh, yeah. Oh. You did Too Real?
I did Too Real. So I was in there making the beat to Too Real. And mind you, I'm off the street, so I don't really understand the whole logistics of how to make a track. I just make it the way I make it. So I started making this track, and I guess I was doing it ass backwards. And I was in there, Pimp was in there, and Face was in there. And I was making this track, and Pimp looked at Face. He's like, man, what the fuck is this nigga doing? What is he doing, man? This shit, man, what the fuck? He was like, man, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Face looked at him and said, man, just watch. Just fall back and watch. About 5 minutes, the track came together. After the session was over, he still do. He said, "Man, you're a bad motherfucker, man."
You just did a little different than what he was used to.
Yeah.
So what was different about your process that had him looking?
I mean, I just don't do things regular. I'm dyslexic for one.
Oh.
So I remember I had this conversation with B King before. B King's like, how you start a beat? I said, sometimes it's drums.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just play some shit. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's just whatever I feel. That's how it come out. You know what I'm saying? But my process then was I was really raw.
Yeah.
So I didn't, you know what I mean? I might play a lead and then start playing some shit behind it. And you know what I mean? And you just never know how it's gonna come out until I'm done. But I was so fast.
Yeah.
I was making 15, 20 beats a day.
Wow.
I'm making 10 to 15 now.
Hits.
Right now.
Damn.
So, you know what I mean? So that, it was just a different
That's a work ethic, bro.
Yeah. But Big Chief is the one that gave me that work ethic, though. He wouldn't allow me to gloat over my music and my skill. He was like, man, I remember one day I walked out of the studio. I said, man, I just made a bad motherfucker, man. Come listen to it. No, I ain't gonna listen to it. Make another one.
That's real.
So he kept telling me shit like that, and I started to
Humble
behave
yourself.
that way.
And you know what? That's real because that happens to a lot of artists, which
Yeah.
is why I think a lot of them don't have that follow up
Yeah.
after the hype from the first.
Come on
one.
now.
Yeah.
Because somebody done got in their ear and they like, you know what I mean? You need
Yeah.
some kind of people in your life.
You gotta have it.
Yeah.
I think that boy Chad was looking at you because, you know, back then most people used to start off with that.
Yeah.
Well, what you doing,
Yeah.
man?
Real talk. I might just play some cards and just start building it. You know what I'm saying? And it might not sound like nothing because I'm already hearing it in my head done
Yeah.
before I do
Wow.
it. That's how everything is.
See, that's
So you
what
know
I'm
what's
asking.
finna come.
I know exactly what's gonna come.
So you just go find the sounds.
That's it.
It's like drawing a picture.
But I don't really find sounds. I make tracks like a band. I'm an organ player, piano,
Oh, you
drums.
just gonna play the sounds.
I'm gonna play the same exact sounds every time, but it's gonna sound different, completely different every time I do it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So, tell me a good memory of Mr. Pimp C.
I think one of the best memories I have of him is when he came to my house. Before Pimp came to my house, when he first got out of jail, I wanted to get a verse from him. And I had called Mike Mo, and I'm like, yo, man, tell that nigga Pimp I'm working on something. I want to get a verse. And he hit Pimp up, and he's like, hey, I just hit Pimp up. Pimp said he want $10,000. I'm like, what? 10,000? I said, man, I'm not paying no fucking 10,000 for no verse. I ain't no rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we kind of got stuck right there for a minute, and we was doing this song for Slim Thug, and he came to my house to record it. And when he pulled up at my crib, you know what I mean? He seen this big, massive ass house that I had.
Yeah.
I used to ride around in a 1992 Acura Integra. I was one of the speed racing niggas with the loud pipe on the back.
Oh, with a rice burner.
Yeah, all of that. You know what I mean? So people see me riding around town and that, they ain't thinking, oh, this nigga riding around in an Acura. He ain't got no money. He ain't doing this. So he pull up, he see this big ass house. After he got the recording, he's like, man, I need to talk to you, man. We need to talk to you, man. See what's going on. You know, so we talked and I started telling him about my process and how I do my business and different shit like that. And we became friends. Pam used to call me 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, man. We talked all night.
What was wrong with him? What you think was up with that?
It was just, man,
That boy was used to
he was
call people.
creative though, man. He have it on his head. He gonna call you about it. He gonna
You
talk
ain't
to
lying.
you. You know what I'm saying? But that was the best conversation I had with him. You know what I'm saying? Like the week before he passed away, he called me.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to go and do this album. He wanted me to do an album with him for Rap-A-Lot.
Yeah.
So he was coming, when he came back, we was supposed to get in the lab and start working. You know what I'm saying? That day that they found him was the day he was supposed to be coming back. Yeah.
You remember getting that phone call?
Destroyed. Same feeling. I mean, Hawk, Pimp, Nip.
Yeah. Same feeling.
Just a re-triggering effect that I get every single time.
Emotions.
Every time I see a rap artist get killed now, I'm triggered by it because of the experience that I've had from losing people that I was close to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I embrace people that I work with and we become family. Me, Slim Thug, Kiki, we family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I beat a nigga up behind them niggas. Because that's how close we are. We fight, we disagree about shit. We just like we straight blood family. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was with him. So, you know, when I got that call, I couldn't believe it, bro.
How fast did you notice the shift in hip hop, Southern hip hop especially?
Immediately.
That shit was immediate, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was almost like the air lit out of us, bro.
Yeah.
We were so hyped with the Free Pimp C movement and See the Pimp Free. Then all of a sudden it was psst.
Yep.
You know, it was like the Cowboys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get you all excited. And I was like, they done killed my.
We lost that voice.
Yes, bro.
That voice that
That's
say,
what
hey,
it
you know,
is.
y'all on some fuck shit. Get off of this
Yes.
shit. Stop. You know what I mean? But now it's like, you know, so you got spectators now that just watch the shit happen.
Watch it happen.
And it's different.
And join in.
Yeah. It's different.
Give me a good old Bun B story.
Man, Bun. I mean, where can I start it? I mean, Bun is like a person that I just dreamed I wanted to work with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just couldn't wait. When I did the Keep Pushing record for Bun and the You're Everything record,
Yeah.
bro, I was so stoked. And when that nigga did that record and I heard it, it was like, God, this dude is one of the,
see it?
He's one of the greatest rappers out there.
Oh yeah.
Real talk.
Yes. Have you ever? I know you have. But those two, you didn't get to see the process of him recording.
I seen the process of both of them record.
It's incredible, ain't it?
Yeah.
Right there.
I'm telling you.
Go in there and bust right there.
Don't get right to the business, man.
Get right to the business.
And it's on 100 every time. It ain't nothing else.
Yeah.
It ain't no way you a whack rapper. I'm gonna do a whack ass verse for you.
Yeah.
They didn't know how. I don't know how to do that.
I don't even know if they knew how to write rap
No.
whack verses,
They
bro.
don't know how to.
And that boy told me, that man told me something one time. So we talked about similar conversation. And he said, Bobo, everything you've ever heard me say never took longer than 30 minutes for me to write it
Nah.
and go bust it.
But see, the crazy thing about
what's
Bun,
up.
Bun feel like he's not a hook writer.
I know he feel like that.
But every verse that he has is full of hooks.
Oh, yeah.
If you think
All the time.
you gotta break, maybe
Yeah.
I'm
Full of
like
hooks.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, every single line that dude spit out his mouth is a hook in there.
You right.
And it's not just some weak shit either. It's
It's a hot bar.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Every single time.
How many songs did you do on the Pimpulation?
Man, I don't even remember, man. I did at least about 5 or 6.
Really?
Yeah, I was
What's your
singing
favorite
I was
song on
singing
there?
on one of them too. Get Your Mind Right.
Oh, on that album.
Get your mind right, hater. You
That's
was
me singing on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was channeling my Pimp C then. You know what I'm saying?
Get your mind right,
Yeah.
hater. You was singing.
You couldn't tell me shit when that nigga rapped on that shit, and it's like, man, that hook dope. I was like, yeah, I'm that guy. With Pimp like it, nigga, I'm that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's when the Mr. Really came out.
yeah, for real. For real.
I was just leave back
Mr. Lee to you.
Yeah.
Mr. to you.
Real talk.
Dang it.
Maybe ask them your
Yeah.
favorite song. I mean, your favorite song. My bad.
Mr. Lee, of your discography, what's your top 3 songs?
Man, I'm gonna have to say Chunk Up the Deuce,
Okay.
3 Kings, Blue Laces 1 and 2. Man. God, dog.
That was 3.
Black Jesus,
Black Jesus.
Tupac.
Mm.
Yeah, that's 1 too.
And what was that? What was that experience?
That was his
Man,
post.
You know what? It was after he died.
Mhm.
That was some weird shit though.
That's what I mean. Like,
I was
how
like-
was that?
I was waiting on the people to get to the studio with the song so I could do it.
Mhm.
I had never heard the song. I didn't know what the song was. I didn't know the title. I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
So I had this Kurzweil, and I'm familiar with the Kurzweil keyboard, and I was making a beat, waiting on them to come. So I was just sitting there working on the beat, making it. And then these security guards came in. They brought the reels. The engineer set up everything,
Wait, you hadn't heard?
and I had never heard
You
the
hadn't
song.
heard it, and you were already
The
making.
beat locked into it perfectly. when we
Wow.
got there.
That's the C.
And I was like, what? It matched.
Same tempo.
Same tempo, everything.
That is crazy.
Crazy, bro.
Man,
That's meant to be.
Yeah,
Again.
making me
Yeah.
feel.
Ain't no but God.
that's crazy, bro.
What-
That was the
what-
weirdest thing I've
What
experienced.
was your? Okay, that's what I was about to ask.
I couldn't.
What
I was startled.
Would you like?
The engineer was
I'm
like,
done.
the engineer was like, He said, "You didn't hear the song?" I said, "Bro, I don't even know. I never heard the song a day in my life."
Oh, I got a question for you that on that level, based on that. He hadn't done it for Nipsey yet, I don't believe.
I mean, it's in you. That's
How
what
does
that
it-
is.
What's the feeling that comes over you? I'm gonna say Chad. Doing those, what do you call the posthumous albums?
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta hear them vocals come out of there.
It was hard. I cried. I ain't gonna lie to you. I cried. I cried so many nights working on that Long Live the Pimp album.
Yeah.
Because I can hear him breathing, laughing,
Oh, yeah.
all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, I understand when people who say, Bond say he don't want to do no more records with Ross on it. They don't understand the pain that man experienced every time he hear this dude rapping on side of him and he's not here.
Yeah.
You don't understand what that feel like. I haven't listened to that album since I did it. I can't. I really can't listen to Nipsey records like talking about it.
That's why I was saying Nipsey hadn't done.
I did it. I got a Blue Lexus 3 record right now.
Ooh.
But that's like, I can't. That shit makes me, man, bro, it put me in a real bad.
That's what I was about to ask. Did that cause you to kind of switch gears? Like, is it hard to keep the passion after losing so many people close to you?
It make me go harder. You know what I mean? I think I dedicate my career more to to my people that's not here.
Yeah.
But it's a sad situation. You know what I mean? It's like having an album that's double platinum. I can't call him and say, man, we got a double platinum.
Man, we did this.
When we got it nominated for the Grammys, we talked about that shit for days. I said, bro, can you believe that the time we was messing around in New York to now, what did she say? Man, this is beauty. He said, man, that's why I love working with you. That's what type of conversation we used to have. That dude was a light, man. He, you know, man, I just can't even explain in the words what he was.
The good die young.
Yeah. And that's just what it was. He was so selfless and unselfish about the way that he did things.
Yes.
You know, I mean, he just couldn't, the world couldn't keep him here.
That's crazy, bro. I hate talking to you and other guests about that, but you know, when situations were a part of your life,
yeah,
you know, people want to know. It's good therapy for you sometimes to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, I know when I talk about some things, it's a good release, you know, sometimes.
You have to kind of talk through it. You know what I mean? When you Nipsey was the most devastating thing that I can ever go through.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had to see the images of this man
laying there,
riddled with bullets, with his chest getting pumped on.
Yes.
And pictures that people was posting and all of this kind of shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, even when the takeoff shit happened, that shit triggered the shit out of me.
I bet.
It did. You know what I mean?
was
I was upset about that shit. You know what I mean? I was literally upset about that.
I bet.
You know what I mean? Just to see that man lose his life like that.
And laying there.
What situation it was, who did what, how, when, or where this young man lost his life. You know
and to find out it was by a straight bullet.
For nothing. For nothing.
That's like a straight bullet.
But at the end of the day, we're not educated enough to understand that we can't hang around places that we are not in control of.
Yes.
You can't do that shit. If you want to go play some dice with a motherfucker or be in a dice game, and granted, that shit ain't had nothing to do with no dice.
No.
But if that's what you want to do, go call a motherfucking casino, tell them niggas to fly a helicopter and come pick you up and take you
That's
away.
real. Because you got the money for it.
Yeah. Just do that shit the way the big boys do it. And let that shit be what it is. Or if you're going to do that shit, making sure that it's, you know what I mean, that everything is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't control an environment that you're in, there's no need in you being in it. That's why I'm 50 years old. Yeah. Because I'm smart enough to understand. I don't go to clubs and fuck around in places I can't control my environment. I don't care who there. Nip used to always tell me, hey man, I'm here, let's go to the club. Nigga, I'm not going to the club, dog.
Yeah.
I ain't going to no club. I don't want to be in no type of situation where somebody else got some plex with another nigga or chick or whatever it is, and they spray the spot up and I'm sitting in there.
Yeah. And it might hit you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna never do it.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. And that's a good way to think, especially nowadays.
You got to.
Because they shooting like there's no tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, these grand theft auto babies is what I call them.
Yeah.
They have practiced and practiced. I'm going to tell you something I saw the other day. Who was it? Let me see. What video was it? Oh, it's a rapper. hate to say this. It was a rapper. I think they tried to jack him, and he ended up killing one of the guys. And you could see a video of him dancing in the hospital, talking, y'all didn't get me. And then so I go to the comments. One of the comments said, everybody wants to catch a legal body.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what?
Yeah.
That's the mind. But then when you start going through the other comments, that's what it was all about. Like these kids want to kill somebody, bro.
Real talk. They think that shit is giving them some type of credit.
A legal
in the streets.
body.
That's what they think it is.
It used to be back in the day, you used to hear people that killed somebody, they couldn't sleep at night.
Yeah, I mean,
throwing up.
If I throw some lead at somebody, that's the only option.
That's the last option.
You know what I mean? That's the only option.
Yes.
But other than that, nah, man.
It's only a few things worth taking a life.
Yeah, family.
But I'm just saying, it's like, come on.
That's crazy, man. And I pray for this generation. I pray for us.
Yeah.
I pray for the world because, God, it's sad the way.
Yeah, we don't have no self-worth, you know what I mean? But nobody's teaching
that part.
Us that.
No.
Everybody's exploiting each other to get $1.
Exactly.
Or to get some type of cred, fame, likes, following on Instagram or whatever it is. That's what it is. And it's devaluing life and everything else around.
That's it. You said a mouthful. It's devalued life.
Yeah.
They have it's like there's no filter. There's no.
I mean, but we used to see things like this, examples of this stuff before it started happening. You know, when it was in movies and different shit like that. Now you see it. A person's life is more valuable recording them dying than it is putting the phone down and helping them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this woman's getting raped. Look at her.
God. She's about to jump.
I'm about to go viral with this.
But they're not gonna stop recording and break it up.
No.
Or try to save them or do anything.
CPR or anything.
None of that, fam.
That's real.
That's what it is.
That's real, bro.
So you got the book. Give them the biz. You got this TV show, PWA, coming out. We got to have you rub the star, right?
Yes.
You forgot that part.
Yeah, bro.
I
got to have the perfect energy.
Yes.
I got to get the perfect energy.
Yeah. I almost forgot about that.
I'm stoked about that book, though.
Man, I'm in love with it, man. I got another one that I'm going into editing now.
You know what I'm thinking of? When we first started in the music business, there was only like 2 books that you could go. They said, go to the library and get these books. And I know you probably read one of This Business of Music.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everybody probably read that book.
Yeah, they thought it was the Bible, but now when you read it, you know now that they don't
it's outdated.
They don't have no information in it.
Not really. It's about
all of the music, all of the learn about music business are like stories. It's not the information, it's stories.
Yes.
This is information. This is a whole book full of information.
So would you say since then, that might be one of the first good manuals to go teach? What kind of language you talking in there? Are you talking in our language or are you talking?
Straight business.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that book, bro.
Yeah.
That could go far.
Oh, yeah, it's going to go.
You going to do an Audible?
It's the Audible version is already ready.
What?
Yeah. So on the
you done thought about everything.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm ready to go.
That's really.
You know what I mean? You're going to hear every single thing that I'm talking about is in here. You seeing it. You're going to see it.
Now make sure that whoever this Audible person is.
It's me.
Okay. Oh, all right. Cool.
So you going with the passion.
I love when the author does their own book.
You know when they get passionate.
So the audio version of it is like me talking to y'all right now.
Oh, that's good.
It's not exactly like this book. The book is edited. The audio version is uncut.
Oh,
so you're gonna actually get the information from me the way I talk.
You ain't cussing.
One of my credits.
You gotta do it like this, nigga.
Nah.
Yeah, you know,
get my credit ready.
Yeah, she ready.
Yeah,
she's an avid book reader or listener, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I like to read and touch a book, but when I'm busy, Audible.
There you go.
Next best thing.
Ooh.
It's the lead. Wait a minute.
Ooh, wait a minute. Let me pull my Sharpie up.
So I'm gonna show read it.
Oh, is this okay? Or you want to do it with a pen?
It's not gonna bleed through right here.
Yeah, it might. You might
You
get a
think?
pen.
It's pen right there. Let's do it. Keep it sharp.
Word.
Man, we are honored to have a early release copy.
Yeah, that's a proof copy. So this is a collector. You'll never get nobody had this with this stripe on it.
Oh, sign it
it's
for
only
us.
like 4 of them.
Sign it, Lee.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign it.
Ooh. Look how Kenny look. Jealous ass. That's a hater grin. Did you see that grin?
It wasn't
like-
hate. It wasn't hate. It was
It was like,
admiration.
it's one of those viewers like. And he's like,
Wow.
nigga showed his teeth on us, man. But I appreciate you coming out, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. I enjoyed it.
Man, this is an honor. This is a play. This is another bucket list for me because, like, I've been hearing that you were in town a long, long time.
Yeah.
Damn. Now, I ain't finna end this interview. Hold on, I got one more thing to ask. I got one more thing to ask because we have to. Because this is a big artist and we never talked about it. Zero.
Yeah.
We have got to talk about Zero.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about your experiences with Zero. Good dude.
Zero was one of the first artists I met when I came to Houston.
Okay.
Before the Slim Thugs and everybody else.
Wow.
Zero was the first person I met. You know what I mean? So we came up together.
Is he a producer as well?
Hell yeah.
And see, I learned that later on.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was producing, singing. Well, of course, I knew he was singing and rapping, but I didn't know he was doing all that.
That's why he's so talented.
And that's what made Chad fall in love with him.
Yeah. He was a different version of Chad, really.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Triple threat.
Yeah.
Triple threat.
Yeah.
And when he makes beats, you seen him perform, craft the beat,
Yeah.
drum machines as well?
Yep.
Oh, well, yeah. He about that
He
business.
can do
then.
it.
You know, we got a thing about making beats on straight
I know my
keyboards.
song by Zero.
Do you believe that, you heard my beef with David Banner before, right?
No.
I can tell you. Because you know for a fact, Pimp C always had that R8.
Yeah.
He tried to say that Chad made before he got out of jail, Chad was making his tracks on the ASR.
He was making his tracks on a bunch of stuff then.
He was not using he wasn't making his drums on
Nah,
that.
he never made drums on that.
Excuse me, I said that wrong. He was using the drums out of the ASR. You know he never done that.
He was doing it on R8 for sure.
Sure.
He had 808 cartridges and do shit like that too.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
From the early 90s.
I think what David was trying to say is that he was the person that turned Chad onto the MPC.
Well, he said that as well.
He did.
When he said, you heard me say as well?
Yeah.
So he said on several interviews that Chad made his albums, you've heard him because I played it for you. He made his his drums out of a keyboard.
No.
Yeah, and I can understand because there's a section of his fans that come after me all the time. They say, well, yeah, he say the same thing. No, he's talking about the MPC. Yeah, he did say that also. You know what I'm saying? If you look it up, he did it on Bebe Show. Flat out. He did it on a B-High Show. So he's going on several platforms to say that he was making these tracks off of a keyboard. I don't care about the MPC.
Nah, he didn't make them off a keyboard.
He never. Because he could hear you. He could, just like we said, he could hear it. I had an album one time that the dude made all the tracks on computer. That boy came in and said, oh, whoa. What's up with them drums?
Oh yeah,
That was done on the computer, wasn't it?
He was gonna get on you if them drums wasn't right.
Yes.
That's why me and him clicked a lot too, because he said it before. It's like, man, your drums are the closest ones of mine I've heard.
Ooh,
that's
quite the compliment.
He said that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we got tight, you know what I'm saying? Because of the music, we talk music all the time.
Outside of Pimp, outside of Nip, outside of Bun, and outside of Face. Who's your favorite to work with?
Man, it's really it's three, man. It's Kiki, it's Slim, and it's Trey. Trey the Truth.
Who's Trey, really?
Yeah. Trey hard.
Okay. Did you do the ABN album?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
I still got that album.
I did do that.
How many songs on there did you do?
Like 4 or 5.
Ooh.
The one with the Luther Vandross stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah. I was in there, man. I was entangled in all the shit.
Everything.
Man, I know it.
That's why it's just like when I hear people do stories and they be talking, and I'm just a modest guy. I don't really be tripping about shit, but I'm coming out. I'm coming outside, like they say.
Yeah, come on.
Man, you can't mention no Texas music or no Southern music without putting my name in it.
Pop your shit, nigga.
Say it.
How you gonna do that?
Huh?
It can't happen.
It ain't feasible.
I got 33 million records. I got a plaque on my wall that has 13 million records. One plaque. So what you talking about?
What album is it? What song is that?
Boys will be boys for Backstreet Boys.
You over there messing with the Backstreet Boys?
All of that.
On
You know what I'm saying? But it's like you can't. One of the biggest white female rappers in the game is Iggy Azalea. I discovered her. Iggy Azalea came to Houston to work with me. She didn't come to Houston to work with nobody else. So how you gonna talk about the legacy of any record in Houston, Texas,
The South,
the whole entire industry, and don't put my name?
You got to put Mr. Lee name in there.
Got to. I was ranking number 14 in the world
Say that.
when I was super active. I've had records in the 90s,
Yes.
plaques in the 90s, the 2000s,
3
210s, 220s.
Ooh, 4 decades.
I had records on the radio for 19 years in a row.
Solidified.
What are you talking about?
Solidified.
It ain't too many people that can say
And
that.
I didn't leave Texas to do that shit. I stayed there. People came to me.
From Houston to Dallas.
Yeah, I ain't had to go nowhere. I ain't never lived in LA and Atlanta. I ain't never been to Miami before, bro. So what are you
either.
talking about?
I love it.
We need to go together because I ain't never been.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
We can experience it
that's a
together.
PSA. I'm about to do this down in Houston show too, and I'm gonna let it go.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, you know what I mean? Like Baby said, put some respect on that shit.
I
Hey,
know
listen.
that's right.
If you didn't hear what he said, he's about to go do the Down in Houston show. You already shouted him out.
Yeah,
shout out
shout
to my
out Down
brother
in
Down in
Houston.
Houston.
Yeah.
And Elliot. You know what I'm talking about? The camera guy.
Shout
Yeah.
out Elliot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you go.
I mean,
you go up there and you do that.
It's evident though. When you see, even like with the Nipsey stuff, the 5th year anniversary was like a couple of days ago, right?
Yes.
So you're looking at this whole thing. You see a person like
Wait
Elliot.
a minute, 5 years.
Yeah.
already?
You look at a person like Elliot Wilson come on his post
Yeah.
and put my song on there and say this is his favorite song. You got LeBron James, his first final ever in life. My song was in his headphones. What are you talking about?
Yes. Put some respect on that
You
man.
got to
there.
put it on there.
Yeah, that's what I want you to do. Because you, I
Yeah.
mean, you say it's a PSA, but I want to really build it up.
Yeah.
Because you're going home.
Yep.
You're going where it all started.
Oh, yeah.
You got to pop your shit where it
Got
all
to.
started, baby.
Got to.
Because I know if I was you and I was coming home to Dallas, oh man, they gonna hear from me.
Yeah.
Sometimes you be humble.
You know what I mean? People run over you when they think you're not going to say nothing.
I know it.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a new day and a new game. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? People try you, and I don't think that people really understand the power that I have.
Well, you know, it's not being unhumble. It's that sometimes you have to remind
Yeah,
people.
you got to. You got to. I
You have
mean,
to remind them.
Man, if you haven't lived in $1 million house for 30 years or 25 years,
Don't say shit
you
to me.
can't talk to me. You can't talk to me, man. Nigga, if you living in the house for 5 years and I've been living in mine for 30, it ain't
Yes.
nothing you can talk to me about. Do that shit for 30 years and then
The upkeep and
let me
all
talk
that.
to you. I was sitting, shout out to Mike Jones. That's my nigga. I fuck with Mike.
Who?
Mike Jones. You know what I'm talking
Already.
I remember having a conversation with Mike in front of my house, real talk. He might not remember this shit. And we was talking about some shit and we got into a little debate. And I told this nigga, I looked at him, I said, man, the only way that you will ever pass me up is if I just die. And then you still gonna have to do some shit to get past me after that.
Pimp got mad at Mike Jones.
Yeah.
You know what he said, Mike said?
What?
You know, Pimp was so loyal to his people. He said Mike Jones rolled up on him and I guess they had Bentleys or some Rolls Royces. Said, nigga, I'm shitting on Jay Prince.
No, you not.
I said, boy, Pimp got so mad for him
man.
saying that, my
You
nigga.
can't say no shit like that.
Yeah, you can't say
When
nothing.
you start doing some shit in a moment and you live in your moment,
Yes.
I'm gonna respect that shit out of you. But don't look at me and think that you passing me up, my nigga, because what you doing, I did that shit already. All of them watches and all the malls and shit, I got a $35,000 watch on now.
Done.
I ain't tripping on that shit like that. And I'm in a Honda. I'm in a Toyota Highlander outside, Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, they got nothing to prove.
Yeah, I don't trip about that shit. But I got a big ass house, 2 kitchens in my shit, all of that shit. But it don't. I've been doing this shit for 30 years.
So it's not even impressive to you anymore.
no.
That's your life.
Nah, I learned how to exist and keep doing things over and over for the last 3 decades.
That's the key.
These niggas are lasting 5 years, bro.
I think about that all the time. You know why? It's because I had a dude call me old. I said, nigga, I just got a check for bitch get up out me, nigga. What the hell you talking about? That shit 20 years ago. I don't care if the check $5. I got a check.
Still doing it. But when you look at people like Mike Dean, that's my big brother. You just keep seeing him reinvent himself and doing all of the shit that he's doing at the age he is.
Yes.
Man, we the same type of person. You know what I'm saying? I'm active.
Shout
I'm
out Mike
active
Dean.
now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a difference when you've used to do some shit and you're doing it.
Yes.
I'm still doing it.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So you talking about Drake albums, Busta Rhymes albums, records and different shit like that, publishing money. I sold some of my publishing too. You know what I'm saying? I got a sack for my shit too, you know what I'm saying? But I could do that shit because I know how to conduct my business. I'm not the most popular nigga in the world, but I live like that guy.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's what it's at.
If you too, okay, would like to be able to pop your shit, I need you to go pick up this book when it hit the shelves.
The man said he got 2 kitchens in his house.
2.
When the book hit the shelves?
It's 24.
24th, okay.
Through Amazon.
Give them
Amazon,
the business.
Barnes and Nobles.
Give them
That's
the
real.
business,
Yeah,
okay?
Beto tell you. Beto done seen the shelf at the house.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Nigga, you posted it online.
Yeah, he know what it is.
I saw you online getting.
Yeah, I got a shelf that come to my shit. You know what I mean? But that's something that I want my kids to enjoy.
Yes.
I'm not doing that shit to cap on the internet. Because if I was, I'd do this shit every day. I show you every day. I don't do that shit. Because I'm trying to focus on trying to get in a position where I can't even count my money. I can still count it. If I make a calculated mistake with my money, I got to make that shit up.
Yes.
So I'm not comfortable.
That's like somebody said, you got $1 million.
Yeah, that's shit. That's
You
nothing.
spend $1, you ain't a millionaire no more.
No.
I hope y'all listening.
And that's what it is.
All y'all out
Looking
there.
like one, wearing all of this jewelry, doing all this goofy shit. That's if you got to do that shit for your image, that's what it is. But don't let that shit put you in a box where you feel like you can't be a person without it on.
That's all they money.
That's
That's
it.
all they money.
Yeah.
They don't went and emptied out the bank account.
That's it. If you can't let that money grow and make money while you sleep, then you're not really there yet.
That's real.
And I ain't there yet. I'm trying to
But
figure
you're
it out.
trying to get there to where you can count.
That's why
your
I'm
money.
writing books.
Well,
and that's
you're
why
on
I'm
the
doing
right
all this
path.
other shit.
That's real.
So that I can get there.
And
Bro.
thank you for sharing. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people learn this and you know.
Oh yeah, cause sit on it.
But that's why our generation and our people are
Behind.
confined to shit because we don't have the knowledge to understand what we
have the
for
resources.
lack of
No,
knowledge,
that's a resource.
our people perish.
And
That's
let me
Yeah.
tell you something. That's exactly right. Another reason, I say this a lot. Another reason we started this platform is to educate.
Yeah.
Bring people like you on. It's got books. I mean, you got the skins on the wall, as people say. I mean, you've been in the game a while.
Yeah.
And
And
nobody
put
can
in
really.
the work.
That's what I mean.
That's the thing.
People can't really tell you nothing.
No.
No, you can't tell. I mean, I've been there, done that. Been there, I seen that, bro. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man. $1 million mansions, 30 years. Come on, bro. Multi-million-dollar mansions.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I respect you. I respect the game, and I love your hustle. I love what you done for the culture. Salute, my brother.
Yes, sir.
I mean, because I hate to say giving you your flowers, because flowers are for weddings, Valentine's Day, and funerals, and that ain't none of these.
I mean, we live that every day though.
Yeah.
You live your funeral every day.
And, ooh, every
what
day
I'm
you
saying?
dying, ain't you?
I mean, not only that, but it's just the legacy.
Yes.
You're supposed to live that every day. If you don't really understand this shit, the dynamics of this shit, I'm older, man, so I'm looking at this shit from a different
Me
perspective.
too, bro.
Do you understand that people will rush to your side from all over the place to see you laying in a box, but won't support you the same way while you still
While you
living?
alive.
Ooh, say that again.
But it's our people.
Wait a minute.
That's
It's
everybody
everybody
I
though.
know,
It
but I
ain't
can't
just-
speak for them.
They do it. When we do that shit so much until it's normal.
I know it.
You know what I mean? They will stop everything they're doing. They would take a day off of their job. All of this shit, that church
Just to see you in the box.
they just look at you right there.
That's why I do my do.
You know what I'm saying? When I look
While
at
people
Nipsey,
alive.
when Nipsey album first came out, they did 40,000 copies the first week. When he died, he did 100,000 in one couple of hours.
Yeah.
Why couldn't this man see this shit while he was here?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't look at that way. Mo 3, all of that shit.
Mo 3, I was just thinking about that.
All of that shit. If this man had the support he needed from his music,
From
and
the city,
respect
from
that he got,
everybody.
he probably wouldn't have been in the situation.
No.
That part.
He wouldn't have been in town.
Nah.
He'd been on the road
You know
somewhere
what I mean?
making money.
Yeah. I'm working with
Maybe.
I'm working with his brother right now. So
Oh, I heard he's in the game. Is he like that too?
man, he's serious.
Ooh.
He's serious, bro. He got his own lane, but that nigga Cole is crazy, dog.
Okay. I want to hear something.
Yeah, well, you getting ready to? You
ready.
ready to put the
He
EP
gotta
together.
be serious if he done hooked up with Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw him on Boss Talk the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he making his rounds doing his interview. I think I seen him on Real Life as well.
Yeah, he dope.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna have to check him out.
Good vibe, good spirit too, man. You know what I mean? He got that Nipsey Hussle feel.
Oh, okay, I was about to say
And
what
his-
style
with
is
his,
it?
with his not the style, it's just his energy is like that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Real talk, I'm not fluffing, man. He got that same
That's what's
type of energy.
Now what's his name again?
CO-GOTTI.
Cold. Got it. COLD or COLE?
CO-GOTTI.
CO-GOTTI. CO-GOTTI. Come holler at me, baby. Let's sit down at the wood table.
Yeah.
You got to rub the blue star, get that energy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The Texas table.
Yes, sir.
If you don't come sit at the Texas table, man, I don't know what you're going to do with your life. Anyway, man, I got my man, Mr. Lee in the house. What you call? It's on the book. Leroy Williams.
That's it.
The
Today.
author. The author.
Yeah.
The multi-platinum producer.
Yes.
Man, I can just say this. A real super tight guest.
Know I'ma get some game tuned in with super tight. Yeah, I get the low love from Big Bobo. From the front seat, not no photos.